And we are live. Oh my God, dude. What a freaking weekend. What a weekend this was. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ango Show. It is Monday, March 3rd, 2025, and we are starting off the month hot. We are starting the road to WrestleMania hot. What a great listen.
Come on.
We have so much to talk about.
I know. A lot.
But what's really, really fascinating, Billy, is what we were talking about this past week live on the Ango Show.
Yes.
Because we said it, and I said I was very specific and I was very, very clear. If you are going to use the words industry changing,
you got to use them right.
You got to use them right, and you got to do that. And I said it, WWE really has to come out swinging at Elimination Chamber. That's exactly what they did.
Yes.
Now, this isn't an Elimination Chamber review show. Obviously, we'll talk about Elimination Chamber, but the road to WrestleMania is here. So we're going to preview some of that. We're going to talk a little bit about the fallout from Elimination Chamber. There is just a lot to discuss in the world of professional wrestling.
Absolutely.
So I truly appreciate you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you guys for being here. And if you guys want to support the show, we are live across multiple platforms. And the best way to support is just by simply clicking like and sharing, because that costs you absolutely no money whatsoever. But if you want to help out a little bit bigger, and if you want to be part of the show, we highly encourage super chats. They incredibly drive the conversation forward.
Yep.
And it just leads to one hell of a show. Between some of the super chats that we've gotten has led us to this exact moment where we were fantasy booking. And, you know, that's kind of what I want to talk about first.
All right, bring it on, man. Bring it on.
We talked about our predictions.
Yeah.
And I think me and you both made some really good cases for CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Now, a month ago, we had talked about John Cena being heel, right?
Yes.
This wasn't like oh my God, John Cena turned heel out of nowhere, right? That's not the case, because we talked about John Cena turning heel.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they did it was different than how we could have ever anticipated.
Yes, and I was actually a firm believer, as you know. I didn't believe that they'd do it.
Yeah, it's just not really a thing that you would expect.
It didn't make sense right now.
And they made it make sense right now.
They made sense, yes.
So that's a really, really cool thing when you look at what they've done this past weekend. Not only is it industry changing, but it is, quite frankly, one of the best things. I'm just gonna say it, when it comes to WrestleMania, Triple H knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I got a super chat over on my end. It had nothing there. It's from the Verse Bite. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Shout out to the Verse Bite. Thank you for supporting Billy.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, listen, we're going to talk about it, guys. Obviously, keep those super chats coming with the questions and everything. And we'll respond. We'll talk about it. Bocce Ball Pro dropped $5. He says, was pumped for Raw tonight, but even more. Got tickets for tonight. Buffalo is eating good tonight. Also, Seth is a dead man. Bro, you know, what did I say last week? I said, your job as a promoter is to create compelling stories to keep people watching and to keep them intrigued. It's no secret.
Yeah.
WWE is doing that. WWE is incredibly hot. Forget about the tribalism that exists on the IWC. We cannot argue with the numbers and statistics. WWE is hot. But what we just saw this past weekend, if it does not get you excited for WrestleMania, Billy, your exact words were fatigue.
Yeah.
It was very specifically said, like, I don't know, it just feels like a little bit of fatigue, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, WWE just woke us the fuck up.
Yeah, man. I mean, they went swinging for the fences, and we are wide awake now. The road to WrestleMania is finally here. It finally feels like Mania season. This is what we were waiting for. This is what we wanted. And look at WWE giving us exactly what the fuck we wanted.
Now, it's crazy that we had to wait until Elimination Chamber to get to this point.
For sure.
Because historically speaking, it's the Royal Rumble does that, right? Like the Royal Rumble. And WWE actually this year said, hey, the road to Rumble begins at Raw on Netflix. Then we got the Raw on Netflix episode, and that was like a really strange situation because it was like a PR stunt, you know?
Yeah, and Triple H actually talked about it in the press conference after the Chamber. He said, he was like, this year, there's a couple extra weeks.
Yeah.
So you're kind of dealing with that. The Raw on Netflix was so big that the Royal Rumble, as great as it was, there was still some lack of fatigue going on. And then those weeks between February 1st to March 1st felt very, very long because there was no real answers that were coming out up until the Elimination Chamber.
But it's actually funny because I used the words Raw on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
It was staring at us dead in the eyes.
Bro, everything was looking.
Everything since last year's WrestleMania.
Dude, it was in front of us and we just never. I mean, we sat here for weeks on end predicting, talking, whatever the case is, and everything was just directly in our faces.
Yeah.
And it's funny because a lot of the times we think that we catch the hints. And this is the one time that WWE was like, yeah, you're not going to catch this one.
Okay. For those who don't know what we're talking about, and Bocce Ball Pro, I'm going to tie it into your super chat just so you know, because it aligns very well.
Yeah.
Last year, John Cena is celebrating Cody being the face of the company. We don't even think about it, but he's pointing at the WWE Championship, okay? That's the first sign.
Sign number one. But you can even go weeks before that.
With Cody getting his ass beat by The Rock and John Cena's on the production truck.
And it's the big, you see it right dead center.
And then you get this whole situation arise where we got Bloodline versus Bloodline. We got that whole thing going on. And then we have at Bad Blood, The Rock comes out.
Yeah.
And people are like, what? The Rock just shows up and does nothing, right?
Come on, man.
Right in front of your eyes, guys. Right in front of your eyes.
We laughed at him. What the fuck was that?
And then they take us to Raw on Netflix. And The Rock does the whole babyface shtick.
Cody was the greatest champion.
Yeah.
Nope.
And he told people, like, you guys don't know. Like, he basically shit on everybody. He's like, oh, like, you don't know. Like, just wait.
He did it the next night on NXT. Remember when we thought he was ranting and he was bitching and we were like, what the hell is this dude talking about?
Yeah.
And he says, oh, just enjoy the ride that The Rock is taking you on. He said it even prior to that last year's Mania too. He said it with the Bloodline storyline. And the fact that we are sitting here having this conversation today is insane.
And so what's even crazier, right? We get the babyface shtick, we get the Rock thing, and we talked a little bit about it on the prediction show, but I said it made sense, right?
It did.
Everybody on the red carpet with The Rock, Cody being on the red carpet with The Rock, CM Punk being on the red carpet with The Rock. Like, it kind of made sense that, like, The Rock is asking Cody to sell his soul because they flat out put it in front of everybody's eyes.
Yeah.
That, like, oh, The Rock and Cody are friends. And people thought it was a babyface turn and it didn't make sense. No, it actually made sense the entire time because you had to justify him being the final boss, but you also had to justify him being Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the board member on Netflix.
Exactly.
So they swerved everybody for over a year. And then what's actually really, really crazy about this is it leads to Elimination Chamber. And and not even just Elimination Chamber, but it led to the SmackDown where The Rock, The Rock and Cody are doing where Cody's on SmackDown, and then you got R-Truth and the R-Truth, which was a perfect person to do this because of John Cena as well.
Right.
But you have this thing with R-Truth and Cody, and now you're trying to tell the story of like Cody might actually do it because look at all this stuff that he's getting. He gets a truck, he's getting this, like he's getting, and then what's really crazy, I don't know if you remember that one random ass SmackDown where The Rock shows up and everybody's backstage talking to him, and then you see
him and Cena,
right?
Yep.
So the point that I'm making is they perfectly calculated this. This is, and I've been saying this for weeks and weeks and weeks on the live shows. You guys are aware of this. Billy, you're aware of this. I've been telling you this for a long time, but WWE is feeding the dirt sheets wrong information.
Yeah. I actually talked about it in my video, I think from yesterday. Yeah. Dude, not to get on here and get angry for a moment, but it actually pisses me off because of the work that you and I both do. Yeah. Dude, there are people putting shit behind a fucking paywall that they do not know is accurate. And that shit is blowing my mind. because we come on here and we like to believe that we just give honest, good takes.
Yeah.
People are out here asking for money for shit that they don't even know is correct. So this is just for all the viewers watching. Dude, do not believe everything that you read on the internet.
Yes.
Just don't.
Yes. I wasn't actually even aware of a reporter coming out, having a paywall and spoiling the winner.
Yeah, they said it was Drew McIntyre.
Which is crazy because coincidentally, my prediction was Drew McIntyre.
Yes, I was about to say, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, my prediction. But if you go back for a couple weeks now on the live streams, like I had been talking about Drew McIntyre being the winner as like a prediction, right? Like I think, oh, this makes sense. Remember, I was saying like, hey, he's finally going to get that big win, that championship win at WrestleMania, and all he had to do was sell his soul. It like aligns well with his character. But it was really interesting when you had mentioned the dirt sheet spoiling a winner. First of all, to put that on a paywall is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But WWE is feeding every dirt sheet wrong information. I can guarantee that's been happening. I've been saying it for 2 years now. Triple H and the WWE are utilizing the media as propaganda machines.
Yes.
This is literally what they are doing.
False information.
Feeding false information. I had that tweet. I'm going to pull it up now because it's going to bother me. And I'm going to pull it up. But I tweeted it out. And I said this. And it was like the most interesting thing that, like, I saw some of the responses. So it's going to take me a second to get it. Yeah. But it ties into Raw tonight, by the way. But basically, Cultaholic put out a tweet February 25th.
Okay.
I responded. It got 25,000 views. So it picked up quite a bit of engagement.
Picked up some traction. Right.
I said, I hate to tell you guys this, but nothing has been changed last minute. Doesn't matter what any reporter puts out there. WWE has kept this stuff under wraps and very few people have known what's going down. Because of the limited people know what's going on, it comes off as hectic, chaotic, and last minute change, but everything has been calculated. We'll discuss this further on the live show, which we did, right? Now, the point that I'm making, and the reason why I want to bring this up and why it's so integral to the product and stuff, is that within the WWE ecosystem, there is very few people that knew what was going on. What's crazy, though, is they've been putting it in front of our eyes the entire time.
Yeah.
When Cody was on Pat McAfee's show and he said, hey, what we have planned for the main event is far bigger and better than
the eye can see.
Yes, and nobody could even predict what it is. They've known this. And the reason why WWE was able to protect this was because very few people actually knew what was going on. So what WWE was doing, or maybe it was WWE, or maybe it was people in WWE who are the stooges that leak shit to the dirt sheets, they were swerving people. And so therefore, when you hear The Rock, and I mentioned this before on the live stream, I said, oh, when The Rock shows up last minute, these reports automatically come out that, oh my God, guess what? The Rock is changing everything. The final boss, everything is being booked around him. And the IWC now begins to hate him. WWE is literally fucking with you guys. WWE literally fucking with you guys because there is no chance in fucking hell that WWE is telling you straight up, this is a last minute change. You know, last year when the We Want Cody movement happened, I believe that was a genuine response. And it wasn't 1000% planned to be that way.
Yes, because they told you after the fact that's exactly what happened.
Exactly. This, from the minute that happened, they knew exactly what they were doing. And now it's led us to tonight's Raw, which, by the way, people are anticipating Raw tonight. Why are they anticipating Raw tonight? Because WWE has done something very exceptional. They have now clearly proven to their fans that every episode actually matters. And I put this out in a tweet yesterday. So I'm going to read my tweet yesterday because this was actually very important. And in my opinion, believe this is incredibly true. I said, the best part of the Elimination Chamber is the fact that Triple H and the WWE are no longer playing it safe and actually taking risk. Everything is long-term vision and carefully calculated. There's a level of detail that takes place every week that sometimes we don't even pay close attention to it, and it has a purpose down the line. Even when some episodes just don't have that much excitement, they've managed to stick to their roadmap, and those little things accumulate to the big moments. That level of the storytelling is the reason why WWE is the hottest pro wrestling brand today. It is risky because WWE, because people demand banger episode after banger episode. But the truth is, people trust the WWE vision and have realized that those little moments will make for a massive one. High risk equals high reward. And I also added WWE impresses in ways I genuinely didn't think was possible. Now, the reason why I genuinely believe this statement to be true, Karrion Kross, lurking in the background all the time. There's a purpose for that. We saw it obviously with the Wyatt Six dolls. We see it with that. But WWE is thinking more than just Karrion Kross in the background, Wyatt Six dolls in the background.
Well, even look at the way we're shitting on the Shinsuke thing. What's Shinsuke back there doing? It makes you think, okay, there's something bigger at play here.
Yes. Every little detail in WWE matters. And now it has led us to tonight's Raw, where people are like, okay, I have to tune in.
Yeah.
And that's why WWE continues to sell tickets.
Yep.
Shout out to Bocce Ball Pro for that super chat. Billy, I think you got a super chat. I'm looking for it.
Yes, it's from Phil.
Okay, we'll get to that. I got one before that.
I was about to say there might have been a couple.
Double D 2025 says $10 super chat. Ango, man, that heel turn was wild. The best ever in pro wrestling history. Raw is going to be crazy tonight. Cena's getting that belt at WrestleMania. Also, one love, Ango, and much success with the channel. Thank you, Double D 2025. Appreciate you. Yeah, I agree. This is the best heel turn ever in professional wrestling history.
Yep, I agree.
I'm getting some heat that I'm saying this is bigger and better than Hulk Hogan.
Fuck that. Dude,
I genuinely,
I've never cared for Hulk Hogan. I didn't grow up in the time where Hulk Hogan was the guy.
Yeah.
My guy was always John Cena. This shit is bigger.
It's your childhood, right?
Bro, listen for a second, real quick, just to get on a personal level.
Yeah.
If you're wondering how big it was to me, I'm sitting with my girl. We're watching the show. When I tell you, a grown man, I am 26 years old. I turned 27 this month for everybody wondering, March 10th. I'm 26. I'm watching it. My jaw dropped. A knee hit the floor. It was dramatic. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. WWE has done a phenomenal job.
You know what it is, Billy?
Bring it on.
There's always been this thing where you can never turn John Cena heel.
Yeah, it was like forbidden.
John Cena turning heel was the thing that could never happen. So much so that people were so excited, just even the thought of his Firefly Funhouse match with Bray when he did the NWO shtick, because it was like, ooh,
there's a little
that's
hint.
Probably that's a little hint, but that's the closest thing we're going to get to a John Cena heel turn, was a cinematic match, right?
Yeah.
John Cena always played off with the joke of moving his foot, right? He would move his foot and he's like, oh, see that? Heel turn. That's all you get. This was one of those things where it's subjective, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
But I genuinely believe they pulled it off. And there's a history there between The Rock and John Cena.
Yeah.
That adds to it. Once in a lifetime, twice in a lifetime, right? Like, those stories have led us to, people forget there was some real animosity between The Rock and John Cena at a time. And John Cena was that pro wrestler who, which is why I love this so much. He was that pro wrestler that took offense to The Rock leaving the business to go Hollywood. John Cena did the same fucking thing. So not only did John Cena do the same exact thing, but now he's aligned with The Rock. So it's not just the heel turn itself taking place, but it's the formation of it.
Yeah.
Where I think Hulk Hogan was just a massive babyface who turned heel. I don't think it's not on the level.
Hulk was never made for Hollywood. He tried the shit. He didn't do it.
He wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't good at it. But the thing about these two guys and the difference, because Hollywood Hogan was a thing, right? He became Hollywood Hogan. Problem is, he didn't really have a time or a stint in Hollywood. He just maybe did one or two movies or whatever. I can't remember at the time. But if you look at it now, like, these guys are in and out periodically, The Rock and John Cena, because of Hollywood. Because of Hollywood. Yeah. So them turning Hollywood makes the most sense. I think I said it in one of my videos. This is a Illuminati storyline playing out directly in front of our faces. In 8th grade, me is having a shit fit somewhere because, dude, overall, this is shit that I used to like look up on my computer, like, oh, who's in the Illuminati? Da, 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 this, it's in my face now. This shit, it's a symbol.
It's interesting that they've taken that approach.
It is. It's very intriguing.
It's also really crazy because we have to talk about John Cena getting his 17th world championship.
Okay.
We can't forget about that.
Right.
And so, what did I say in the elimination prediction show? I said, the winner of the chamber is selling their soul.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we even talked about, he said, you can make an argument for literally anyone.
Yeah. Everybody had a good reason to sell their soul.
You just didn't. It's not that nobody thought that John Cena would do it.
I said it.
It's just,
I said it already, bro. It's not that you didn't think it. You may have had the prediction. You just didn't think that WWE had the nuts to do it.
exactly that. WWE, and that's why I said high risk equals high reward.
Yes.
Now, how did we get there, Billy? Raw is going to be crazy tonight. Why is Raw going to be crazy tonight? WWE has built so many baby faces and so many different characters that have been elevated where they can now take that risk where it's like, hey, John Cena, we love you. We're going to turn you heel. Are you okay with that? Oh, buddy, this is what we're doing. Like John Cena. Remember when I told you, I said, man, you could do John Cena versus Cody at WrestleMania and John Cena just cheats to win.
Dude,
do you remember this? Like a month ago?
Yes.
Okay. They did it better. They already told you fucking John Cena sold his soul. So I'm going to share with you guys my prediction for WrestleMania. It's going to be early. I've tweeted it out, but we're going to dissect it. But yeah, John Cena is getting that belt at WrestleMania. And I think how they do it, it's been planned literally since last year. Okay. Literally since WrestleMania last year, I believe.
Since the point.
Yes, I believe 1,000,000% they have had this calculated. So we will talk about that. Shout out to Double D 2025. Appreciate you.
Double D.
Phil dropped a super chat on Billy's channel. He says, for $9.99, I had a feeling that whoever was going to win the chamber would sell their soul, but the way they did it with Cena staying out there for support, only to have him turn and join The Rock was brilliant.
Yeah, the moment that Cena, I think I might have tweeted it out at the exact moment. I said it was right when Cody's music hit. When I realized that Cena was out there, I think I might have tweeted Cena's still out there. ... with the assumption that, oh my God, WWE has nuts and they're about to do it. It was before, the whole look on his face, whatever, that I realized it was while he was still out there. So in that moment, I knew. I was like, okay, yeah, they're turning Cena heel. Problem is you don't know what way they're going to go because there was a moment there where you thought, oh, maybe Cena's just the support guy and Cody's actually going to do it. Because there was that little moment too, right?
So can I tell you what I thought though?
Yeah, go ahead. Please bring it on.
For one quick second, it popped up in my head. Oh my God. Roman Reigns is going to come out to The Rock and sell his soul to The Rock.
No shit.
For one quick second, I thought that's what they were going to do. Because John Cena, typical John Cena fashion, over and extra. Woo!
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's like doing that.
Yeah.
And then Cody hits him with the go fuck yourself and John Cena celebrating that. It like clicked in my head. I'm like, oh my God, they are going to do John Cena versus John Cena and Cody versus The Rock and Roman.
For night 2 or night 1.
With night 1. And if Roman Reigns and The Rock win, John Cena loses his spot. That was an instinct that I had in my head because I genuinely did not believe. I was like, whoever, because I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, man, I know that I said whoever wins the chamber would sell their soul, but I still couldn't fathom the idea
or wrap your head that it was Cena.
That they would actually do it with John Cena. I still can't get over that.
People don't realize how big of a deal that is.
So like to me, in my head, when I saw Cena out there, I was like, oh my God, it's either going to be Drew McIntyre or Roman Reigns comes to Roman or comes to The Rock and sells their soul to The Rock.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking either John Cena and Cody get their ass beat by Roman and The Rock or Drew and The Rock. I still could not wrap my head around the idea that John Cena was going to turn because that's how long of like, no, they just don't have the fucking balls. WWE booking, they're pussies, bro. Like they're not going to do it. Like I swear, like I'm not trying to be like,
bro, they didn't have the nuts. I never thought that they had the nuts.
I love WWE, but I always say WWE plays it safe. And I've always said my criticism towards Triple H is that Triple H plays it safe. He does long-term booking and plays it safe.
Yeah, not this
So
time.
they didn't do that. So yeah, like to me, it was the moment when John Cena hugged Cody. They didn't waste any time. They wanted you to know it was happening.
They
and to
panned that
just-
camera so quick.
They panned that camera and John Cena's face changed. I'm like, they're fucking doing it.
Bro, can we just talk about that for a moment?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the actual facial expression and
Oh.
how everything about John Cena just changed with a drop of his face?
So good.
He didn't change his clothes. He didn't change the way he looked. He didn't do anything. He just mean mugged.
Yeah.
Dude, I've said it over and over again. When you look at him, the only thing that you see is fucking darkness.
Yeah.
I witnessed a man literally turn evil in 0.5 seconds. Oh my God, great work.
Yeah, so good, man. And it's just that moment. So, and we'll talk about the lasting impression that this left on people who don't watch wrestling, because this did do something.
Yes.
But there is a lot of people who watched that moment and they were thinking, I have to watch now.
Dude, I've seen so many TikToks.
Oh my God, brother.
Of
It's
how-
not just TikToks.
Can
I
you
have-
explain it in sports terms? Now I feel like I gotta watch.
Brother, I have people on my Instagram, like personal friends,
Yeah.
who don't watch wrestling.
Yeah.
And my phone got blown up. They're like, John Cena's a bad guy?
The
Because
ever-
when did people stop watching?
right around
you can make
John
an argument,
Cena, 2012.
They saw John Cena and they remember John Cena being the ultimate good guy. So it was just a fantastic thing. Shout out to Phil for dropping that super
Thank you,
chat.
Phil.
To Billy
That's
Channel.
awesome.
Tolino Channel dropping 100 rupees. He's like, it's like Pokemon. Cena evolved from 8 to 13 to 18 to 49. Feel sad for truth. So now WWE, right? They got that. They've been doing relatively well with like
Yeah.
getting the younger crowd back.
Yeah,
But definitely this was one of those things where you are drawing people back to the show.
for
You
sure.
are. There's a
sure.
lot of people I know personally who have told me, they're like, hey, where do I watch Raw again? Raw's on Netflix, right? Yeah.
Yep. I've had
So-
numerous people, even like my mom, bro.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started on that, bro, because that was when I showed my mom, she's like, I can't believe they did it.
Yeah, my mom said the same thing, and it was so funny
Yeah.
because me and my stepdad, we used to watch together quite
Yeah.
often, and my mom, like, it's kind of fed her back into it because it was something that we all enjoyed together.
So the thing is, the older people, right? The older
Yeah.
generation, they don't watch weekly television like that anymore.
No,
It's different for them.
Right.
But they have that memory of Hogan turning heel. They have that
Mhm.
memory of the Monday Night Wars. They have
Yeah.
that memory of Randy Savage and Ultimate
in those
Warrior.
big
and stuff.
moments.
Yes. And so when they know that like their children, right? Like their kids, their sons,
Yeah.
their daughters watch
We-
wrestling. And they see that we're talking about it, and they're like, I remember John Cena. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember him. Yeah. Yeah, John Cena and Randy Orton. Yeah, I remember them. Right? Like to them, they just think John Cena went Hollywood. Wait, what do you
Yeah.
mean he's back and turned into a bad guy? Like that.
It doesn't
They're-
process.
Yeah, like they're very well aware of John Cena, over 700 Make-A-Wishes, right? Like they're very well aware that like John Cena was the ultimate good guy.
Yep.
Wait, John Cena and The Rock. I remember when they feuded. That was a big deal. Wait, they're together? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Like to them, but that's the thing. A lot of people have told me this. They're like, bro, like this is gonna bring me back in. And the reason why it's gonna bring them back in, and I just want to make this very clear. The reason why it's gonna bring people back in was because this was something that unless you watched John Cena's young career, early career, being a heel, you don't know what
You've
a
never
heel
seen
John
this.
Cena. Yes.
You've never
You
seen.
don't know. You know when John Cena was a heel rapper.
Yeah.
But now you don't know what it's going to be like with John Cena being a corporate man
Now-
who sold his soul.
Now I do want to say I'm interested to see because I know he's talked on Chris's podcast, Chris Van Vliet.
Yeah.
He's talked numerous times about the potential song that he has
Yeah.
lined up, saying that he remixed something, but instead of a trumpet, he used saxophones. So I forget exactly what he said, but I'm really interested to see because I know one of the big arguments on Twitter was is if this guy's going to get Def Rebelled. I don't think this is John Cena we're talking about. I highly doubt they're going to let John pick whatever the hell he wants and they're going to pay for it or whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a recommendation, though.
Bring it on.
Until WrestleMania, you don't reveal a new theme song. You don't do any theme song. John Cena walks out, lights out.
Damn. That'd be fire. Just fire.
Just like Tommaso Ciampa style.
Yeah. Ciampa NXT style.
Yeah.
Just let the crowd cheering or booing, whatever they want.
And his first promo, when he comes out, he should walk out with the lights out.
Yep.
Just walk to the ring, grab the microphone, listen to all the cheers or all the boos. John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. Let the crowd sing that, right?
Yeah.
Get ready to talk. Drop the mic and just dip.
Like you did at the fucking thing.
Don't let him. Yeah, just don't let him. Don't even let him give a promo that first time.
Yeah, don't give the fans the satisfaction that they want.
Yes.
Yep.
Keep it quiet. Keep it dark. WrestleMania, you reveal the entrance song, whatever it is. I don't know if we're gonna see him change his look, but we'll see.
I do think that we get. I just hope whatever they do, they please God, cut the hair, go bald, brother.
Yeah, who knows?
Because the thing is Cena still has 34 dates on his on this run, and he's only used 3.
Oh. What if John Cena lied about this being his retirement year?
Okay, I'm hearing a lot of that shit. I'm hearing it all over the place.
But what if they did? What if he lied? What if he barely shows up? 34 dates this year? No. He doesn't need to show up.
That'd be the ultimate heel thing to do, and that's how you get me to fucking boo him. That's what you want, yeah, count me in. I can do that.
You remember on Raw, Logan Paul showed up with John Cena's music?
Yeah.
Swerved everybody. Everybody got excited, and it was Logan Paul. Like, dude, John Cena's thing should be like, John Cena, like they should have his music hit like babyface music, and then it's like a pre-recorded video. It's like, you don't really think I was gonna come to fucking Buffalo, New York?
Oh, bro, I said it in my video today.
I'm on the set of a new movie.
Yeah, like, bro. The ultimate heel thing that this man can do is go to Buffalo and be like, yeah, the Bills ain't never won a Super Bowl. They fucking suck.
Dude, I wouldn't even show up in the city. I would literally just from a Hollywood set be like, you guys don't think I'd really show up here. like some shit like that. I don't know. It is funny though. Toledo Channel said, I feel sad for R-Truth. This is gonna be
bro.
Listen. First of all, Brandy Rhodes tweets out John Cena sucks. R-Truth responds, let's not jump to conclusions. R-Truth has the opportunity to make this the coolest fucking storyline.
Bro,
there's 2 people, Stu, the cameraman, and R-Truth.
R-Truth changed his profile picture, bro. It says, why John with the question mark? When I tell you that ass whooping that R-Truth is going to take is going to emotionally destroy me, bro. I cannot take it. I can't. I thought the Judgment Day shit was bad. It has nothing on the ass whooping that John Cena is going to give R-Truth.
If they can do something where Stu is the cameraman, right? And John Cena just pushes him out of the way. We got to get that, and we got to get John Cena. We have to get John Cena and R-Truth.
I'm not going to lie to you. This is going to be a hot topic. Bro, the Make-A-Wish kids.
I don't know. I don't know what they do there. That's tough.
It is, bro. Tough. It is. There's nothing really funny about that situation in particular. But the thing about it is John Cena is really the guy who has been the face of this company, and he is the guy that has went out and did all of these things. Bro, there's questions that need to be. Michael Cole said it on commentary. He said, oh yeah, this guy has granted more wishes than anybody.
Oh.
Dude, and the way Michael Cole sold it on commentary, he said,
so
what
good.
do you have to sell out for? Bro, we are in for one of the biggest treats in pro wrestling history.
Yeah. let's move forward. Tolino Channel dropping another super chat. He says, now when people chant against Cena, he will give them back. Cena just pulled Josh Brolin face. Cody versus H Wood. Hollywood. I'm guessing.
Cody
that's what
versus
you mean.
Hollywood. Yeah, I think that's what he meant.
I just want to hear how the crowd reacts.
Yeah.
I want to hear. John Cena has been. It's interesting because in the last 2 years he's actually been met with a good reception because people are like, man, we just respect you at this point.
Yeah, at this point,
You
you're
know?
just the guy that we've appreciated for so many
Yeah.
years.
Like, hey, John, like we're sorry we give you shit all of those years, but like we actually do love and appreciate
You don't really suck.
Yeah. But now it's gonna be really freaking wild to hear how they do it.
Well, because now it's gonna be, oh, I suck, remember?
Oh, he should throw it in everybody's face. Like, hey,
Yeah.
like you guys didn't support me.
Right. You never cared about me.
Yeah.
Look at the way you talked about me.
Oh, it's so crazy.
Bro,
So crazy.
the things I mean, he said it himself. You just change everything about you and you turn it around.
Yes.
Loyalty, no longer. I have disloyalty. You're never gonna see me show loyalty again.
Yeah.
Respect. No, I don't respect the soul. I hate you.
Yeah.
Hustle. Psh, I'm barely working as is.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh.
what I'm saying. It just ties in very well.
It does.
Shout out to Tolino Channel for the super chats. Jose Martinez dropping $4.99. Man, I'm ready for WrestleMania. Last month I told Billy and Ango WrestleMania was being lackluster, but now I'm ready and I'm buying my ticket.
We talked about it.
And this is the thing though, right? Like if you go back last year at WrestleMania, let's talk about this, right?
Yeah.
Triple H obviously has long-term vision. We can't argue that. We can't.
Nope.
Even when we're feeling the fatigue, like we mentioned last week, this is further proof that WWE they're taking you on a ride and just ride it. Last year, they delivered the moment that everybody wanted to see.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about our praises for Cody Rhodes, but last year they delivered the moment everybody wanted to see. It was a big middle finger to Vince McMahon. It was basically saying, fuck you, fuck the old era. We're doing things differently. We're giving things to the people, right? We're giving what people want to see.
Yeah.
They crowned Cody champion. They calculated the best babyface chase ever because it was a 2-year process.
Yes.
Now, this is where things get even a little bit more interesting. I put out this tweet and I even texted you this and I said, this is where we're headed. This is 100% happening.
Yeah.
When this new corporation faction helps Cena win at Mania and they stand tall over Cody, it will in fact be the opposite of Cody's win last year. The question now becomes who joins Cena, Rock, and Travis Scott. Holy shit, we are in for a treat. Now, I think it was done by design. Last year, we're celebrating Cody. This year, we're celebrating Cena, The Rock, Travis Scott, and one more person because it is inevitable. Cody is dropping the belt at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not going to be because John Cena and The Rock. They need one more person at the very least to join and turn on Cody.
I think I know who it is.
Who?
LA Knight.
No, I do not think so. There's no way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be LA Knight.
I listen, I don't. There's a very interesting history there between him and The Rock because he was on The Rock's competitor show that he had.
And then a lot of the work that he's done with Cena in this last run.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be LA Knight. I think they're going to put a massive star. I think they're going to put somebody massive.
You think it's going to be like a Punk or a Rollins or somebody?
Yes. I think it's one of those two. But I think when you look at it from Punk's perspective, I don't think it's a long-term thing. Like if Punk were to join the corporation, this new corporation, and he were to join up with Cena and The Rock, I feel like he's the devil himself. He would screw Cena at any point so he could try to win the championship from him.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would be the case. I think you have to go a little bit deeper than that and look at the one guy who storyline-wise and character-wise is, first of all, needs a heel turn.
Yeah.
And I think it has to be Seth Rollins because he was the guy that had the trilogy with Cody.
Yep.
But he respected Cody. He also was at the stage where he helped Cody and Cody against the Bloodline and against The Rock.
Yes, and Cody has turned his back on him numerous times.
Yes. So when people say, oh, the title changed Cody, that's Seth Rollins' reason for joining them. And I think the reason why they do this with Seth Rollins being there is because he's the guy that is there every single week. So it would allow John Cena on The Rock to not be there every single week.
Mhm.
But I think Seth Rollins would need to be absolutely like, he needs to be heel. Then you have to wonder, okay, well, would you also have Becky in the picture as a heel joining them? I don't know. And
There's
I'm not trying
there's
to.
a lot of questions that come out of this one.
There is. But to me, the big question is who is going to be the one that helps Cena win? Because there's going to be a ref bump. And yeah, The Rock could do it technically,
Yeah.
but then you could have Stone Cold Steve Austin offset The Rock, right? This is what I'm talking about. They're going to have legends get into the mix here. They're going to have names get into the mix here to come to the defense. But unlike last year where they helped Cody, I think this is the year. I think you could even make an argument that Solo Sikoa,
Could be the
honest to
person.
God,
Yeah. Mhm.
I think Solo Sikoa with The Rock and John Cena, it may not be the IWC's favorite choice, but I do think to a certain extent you have something there where you take a younger guy and elevate him immediately. He just attacked Cody on Friday, right? Like there's these things that they've kind of done where it's like, okay, maybe Solo Sikoa, maybe they turn the family bloodline into a corporate bloodline. And
Yeah.
you have John Cena, Seth Rollins, and I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, but I do think they cause Cody to drop the belt. And the reason why this will be so good is because it was the opposite of last year and they knew this was the direction they were going to go. And I think one of the biggest reasons for this is eventually Roman Reigns and Cody have to tag team together again. They're going to make Roman Reigns that ultimate baby face. Okay, now let's talk about Survivor Series. There's an opportunity that you do War Games, Team Triple H, Team The Rock.
Mhm.
Remember when The Rock became corporate board member, there was rumors of Triple H versus The Rock. Obviously, Triple H can't wrestle.
Yeah.
So you have Team WWE versus Team Corporation Bloodline or whatever they want to call it, whatever they
Yep.
want to do.
Yep.
So now you're going to basically create the WWE Avengers, and the chase for WrestleMania 42 will be to end this Rock Corporation thing. So now we're jumping into another yearly storyline.
Yeah, my thing is I actually don't think that Cena wins.
You don't think Cena wins at WrestleMania?
Nope.
I look forward to seeing how your mind changes before then.
It's not going to.
It's not. Cody is not retaining at WrestleMania.
I have a difference of opinion here, brother. My thought process is a little bit different too. Here's the thing. I think WWE wants you to think that this isn't John Cena's final year. WWE wants you to fully believe that's no longer a thing. Because it makes sense on the surface, right?
Yeah.
They want you to think that there's going to be some grand national fucking amazing thing that happens at WrestleMania, which ultimately there could be. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
1000%. My thing about it is it's easy to get the title off of Cody, but John Cena's not the guy to do it. John Cena was never. Hold on. John Cena was never the guy to do it. He was never the guy that made sense.
Oh.
All he is a filler to who really wants the title.
Mm-mm.
And who really wants to take it off of Cody. The biggest snake of them all.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
It's there, but they have Randy and Owens at WrestleMania. So
yes, that's fine. You can do that at Mania.
So here's the thing, though. I think they hold off on Randy and Cena.
Okay, because yes, you can make the argument for both of them. You could get Cena and Randy, and that would be a great match that we would want to see or whatever. Ultimately, though, the one match that we have all screamed about was Cody and Randy taking place at SummerSlam.
That's a possibility, but it might not be with the title. Maybe Randy Orton sells his soul.
My thing is they did too much with the title and involved too much with the title for it not to be for the title.
Buddy, when Cody gets the title, it's happening. You could even have Randy be the one to help Cody. You could have the one with Cody aligning with Randy aligning with Cody. And again, he has his back, but he's only doing it because he knows that he
Because
would rather go after Cody for the belt instead of John Cena
Yes.
on The Rock.
yes,
There is that possibility, but John Cena still wins number 17 at
no,
WrestleMania.
no, I do
Yes.
not think so. My stance is that if you have Cena win the title,
Yeah.
I don't think it is as this guy.
Oh, it is. It is.
No,
100%.
no.
It is.
Look. The reason why I say no is strictly off the basis that this is a guy who sold out. Nobody who has ever sold out in real life has ever gotten what they wanted. Yes, you can make the argument that The Rock did it years ago and he won the corporate championship, and this is wrestling. This is how it works. There has to be logic used behind it.
Buddy, I don't want to get too deep into this,
Yes,
but you literally
yes.
used the terms Illuminati earlier, and that's where I'll just leave it.
Yeah,
So,
okay. We'll come
so
up.
I'm just saying, you calling it the Illuminati storyline. That's it.
Yes, that's fine. That's because I do believe that, because dude, they're gonna run rampant like they're the biggest thing on planet Earth.
we're gonna get more into this.
Yes.
Shout out to Jose Martinez. I can't pull it up anymore because too much time has passed. But Toledo Channel says that Jade Cargill return was well executed. Attacking Naomi and Bianca can only just break down and lock down, beating the pod to tell her to stop. I do want to talk about Jade Cargill in a little bit. What I will say is this, just very briefly, they did do a really, really, really good job. And I don't know, like, I can't wait to see what's next, because Naomi looking back at Bianca tells me that Bianca was involved in it.
Yeah.
And Liv Morgan, by the way, just quick shout out to her, absolutely fucking killed it at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, everybody needs to shut the hell up now.
Yeah, like she just killed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely killed it. And then Will dropped 249. He says, keep up the good work. So shout out to Will. And then I know there's a couple more.
Are they being
we have
pulled
to
up
get
on the
to.
screen?
Some of them, because so much time has passed, I can't.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to be quick. D-Rec Tube dropped $2. He says Randy is going to sell his soul down the line, which I could see that happening at some point.
I
Maybe
could
it's not Seth
potentially
Rollins.
see Randy being the guy to join The Rock and
Yeah.
Cena.
Yeah.
But Randy's already told you numerous times he's never going Hollywood.
Yeah. Toledo Channel dropped another 40 rupees. He says Bad Bunny versus Travis Scott for the Hardcore Rapper Championship. I don't think that's going to happen, but Travis Scott is reportedly training for pro wrestling. So I think he'll take some bumps and stuff at WrestleMania when Cody versus Cena happens. That'll happen for sure, I think. Cornell Bryan dropping $4.99. He says Hulk Hogan's heel turn needs to be studied. I see because that almost put WWE out of business. Younger fans plus Hulk haters equal prisoners of the moment. No, listen, I'm being real. I personally never liked Hulk Hogan. I never thought Hulk Hogan was good.
I've never been a Hogan fan.
Never been
once.
a Hogan fan. Also, I've never been a Hogan fan because I just never liked his character. I actually said this a couple months ago on the live stream. I said the only Hulk Hogan character that I liked was when he was fucking Mr. America. I don't know why that shit was just so funny to me. But I was never a Hulk Hogan fan, Ric Flair fan, Bret Hart fan. That offends everybody, but it is what it is.
I was a Bret. I mean, I can't say I was a Bret Hart fan, but I enjoyed the work that Bret Hart did.
Yeah, I didn't like those guys. I didn't like Shawn Michaels. It's just the way.
Really? Yeah, that one's insane to me.
Yeah. Cornell Bryant also followed up with that for $1.99. He says, spoiler, Seth is the third member. We don't know how big it's going to get, but I do think there's a lot of reason for Seth to do it.
Well, this kind of tells me there's somebody else. Yeah.
It tells me there's two more.
There's two more. Okay.
But imagine Seth was the one who helped Cody last
Well, imagine
year.
who the one is. Who's always been the one?
Who knows?
Come on, man. There's a favor that's lingering somewhere.
Who knows?
A lot of shit.
I do like the idea of Seth being the third. I like the fact that there's a lot of fantasy booking here because literally we just don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah. No, we have no fucking clue.
But I'm telling you guys right now, WrestleMania 41, the end of the show, they're not sending people home happy. John Cena is holding the belt alongside The Rock, Travis Scott, and whoever else is in this faction. And it will be must see. You will have to tune in. Why did Seth sell his soul? Why did Drew sell his soul? Why did Roman sell his soul? Why did Punk sell his soul? Why did Ethan Page sell his soul? I don't know. Guys, you know what would be really fucking unique? You want to talk about NXT becoming the hot brand? Imagine getting Ethan Page and Ricky Saints both involved. So at Survivor Series, it's the corporation versus Cody and Randy and Ricky Saints. And I don't know. I'm
CM
just
Punk,
saying,
I mean,
War Games could be fucking insanity. And if you could get Ethan Page, who got vouched for by The Rock on NXT, and Ricky Saints, longtime Cody friend, you just changed the fucking game. You literally just changed the fucking game because now you're putting in 2 NXT talents into your main event storyline.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. So yes, we could say Seth is the third member. We could say Randy. We could say a million names. But I'm just saying it could be anything. And that is the reason why, whatever it may be, Cody is going to have to look to his truest friends in the second half of 2025 going into next year, because that corporation storyline is happening. WrestleMania 41, you are not leaving the stadium as a happy man with a baby face winning. You are leaving with John Cena holding the belt, opposite visual of last year. And then the real storytelling begins. And mark my fucking words, when it happens, now you get an even better chase for Cody to win the second
when
WWE
Cody wins,
championship.
everybody can come back here and say I was right.
I cannot fucking wait. Clip this shit.
Yeah, clip it.
I'm bookmarking the stream. I'm gonna remember this stream.
There is a long story here that's going on with Cody, and I just don't think you can forget about it.
You just can't. But there's just gonna be some really good stuff. By the way, if you ever want to tease a little bit of that Homelander with Cody, at some point, he loses to John Cena, it's gonna make him have some questionable.
Oh no, I think right now he needs to change.
You don't turn him heel, but you give him that heelish tactic. Like, now this is Cody no longer being fucking good guy Cody.
Yeah, no, this is you have to break the chains off. You got to break the chains off. This is Stone Cold-esque. I need this guy, and I said it in my video, where I need this fucking guy to come out, chains off. I'm looking for blood. I'm looking for my prey.
Yes.
That is this version of Cody that I am expecting.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm excited. Oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cornell Bryan for those super chats. D-Rec drops 2. He says, R-Truth, what about little Jimmy? Well,
little Jimmy.
It's going to be great stuff, man.
It is.
It's going to be great stuff. The interaction I'd look forward to, though, like I said earlier, R-Truth and John Cena.
Oh, yeah, it's the one thing that I'm looking forward. Now, I want to say that we're not seeing John Cena till March 17th, correct?
From my understanding,
he's not dated. Him and Cody both are not dated until March 17th. So we still got a couple weeks. Now, here's the thing, is WWE has done a really good job at planting and making sure that we're still getting a lot of other shit in between. Like tonight, we're getting Punk and Rollins. That question still has to be answered.
Yeah.
Seth cost Punk.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of shit. It's still must see, even without Cody and John right now.
You know what would be really cool, though, because of the history with R-Truth and John Cena? It would be really cool if this is the thing that finally snaps R-Truth from being a comedy character.
See, I feel we just don't agree here. I feel that R-Truth's going to be the guy to snap Cena out of it.
No.
Yeah.
No. L take.
Whatever.
That was an L take.
Call it an L take. Call it an L take. But imagine, again, this is all based on the circumstance that Cena has actually done. This is all based on that circumstance.
Even if he's actually done, we have several months. Just saying, when R-Truth walks past John Cena backstage and says, "Why, John?" and John just beats the fuck out of him. Goosebumps. It's going to be good. Shout out to D-Rec Tube. Miggy dropping 125 Filipino pesos. At some point, Roman will help Cody.
Agreed.
We got to get to Roman and Rock.
Yeah.
How do you do that? This is your pathway.
Yep.
This is your pathway. And by the way, there is a very, very cool tag team match that you do with The Rock and John Cena teaming up against Cody and Roman.
Oh, yeah. That'd be, you want to talk about new versus old? That's fire.
You want to talk about whether John Cena really retires this year? John Cena holds the belt captive and doesn't come back until they force him back. And then WrestleMania Night 1 next year, Rock and John versus Cody and Roman.
Wait, are you trying to say they hold the belt off TV till next year?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Not like,
Dude.
I mean, like, I think
You want to
what
talk
they
about
do
a
is,
hell take?
no, but you don't think the ultimate corporate heel, John Cena, leaves with the belt?
Yeah, not for fucking 6 months.
No, I mean, you're not gonna do it for 6 months, but you're gonna do it at some point where he's like, I've retired, I'm done. And then they force him back. And then WrestleMania 42 or whatever, you can do something.
That would be good. That would be good.
Yeah,
Like at the
yeah.
end
You
of the
don't do
year.
it. You don't do
Yeah,
it just
that
where
would
he
be
wins at
good.
WrestleMania and then he's gone.
Yeah, like
No,
at
but
the
at
end
some
of the
point,
year,
he's
you
like,
have him walk off TV to like the Elimination Chamber or something.
something, yeah.
Yeah, that would
And
be
then
cool.
just a few months without John Cena on TV, and then you got basically like Triple H now has to be like,
John, you gotta come back, brother.
hey,
We
we're
need the
stripping
title.
you. Yeah, hey, we're gonna remove you from the history books if you don't show up. Like, I don't know, just some bullshit like that. I'm just saying anything's a possibility. I'm not saying it's a great take, bad take. I'm just saying it's a possibility. You can go that route because if you're a corporation, you got to build that issue between Triple H and The Rock. The Rock being the board member, Triple H being the creative guy. Hey, man, like you guys aren't like, hey, I call the fucking shots here. And The Rock's like, I call the shots here. And Ari Emanuel says I call the shots here and this and that. There's so much you can do with that story. I think it would be really, really good. Shout out to Miggy for the super chat. We got plenty more to get through. Let's see. Sarit Mohanty dropping 899 rupees. He says, Austin coming back as an Avenger to side with Cody at Mania to take out Rock. So Rock and Austin face off this Mania finally. Yeah, I do think you get Stone Cold, if he is able to, health-wise, drop a stunner on the Rock to clear the Rock out, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to make everybody happy when Cody loses, but you'll make everybody happy if Stone Cold shows up. If Stone Cold shows up, hits a stunner on the Rock, it clears the Rock out of the match because the Rock's not in the match. He's just trying to help Cena win.
The problem is there wouldn't be enough people.
Well, here's the thing. The Rock gets cleared. Now Cena has to fend for himself. Oh, wait. Somebody just came in and helped John Cena win. That's the person who sold their soul. See how easy that is?
Yeah.
That's very, very possible. That's a very big possibility for sure. Shout out to Sarit for the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Let's see. Dwayne Jackson dropping 10 USD says, I think Cena going heel was anticlimactic in my opinion. It's 20 years too late, but makes WrestleMania more interesting.
That's exactly it.
I only disagree with this because there has always been this notion that John Cena is never turning heel.
Yeah. So saying it's anticlimactic is a little tough because I believe that it was the most climatic thing of all time. But I can see where people would have this opinion of it's 20 years too late. Like you waited so long.
Yeah.
So I could understand why people did it or feel that way. But also that's exactly what that last part is exactly what WWE wants is it makes WrestleMania more interesting. It's not about whether it was climactic or not. It's that what we were sitting here having conversations about saying like, oh, there's so much fatigue. We're tired, this, that, and the third. It now woke everybody up and it now makes the show more interesting.
And we finally, like, I don't do it. It's just crazy because last year's WrestleMania was like, I mean, I remember the live stream to this very day, bro. I remember me and you were live and I was like, Cody gave up his WrestleMania spot.
Yeah.
And we overreacted so quickly.
Yes.
Which I do think was justifiable, right?
Yeah, because we were like, dude, what the hell?
And then I remember I was like, after Cody won the belt, I was like, man, we just got to be a little bit more patient. Because what they just did here was arguably one of the coolest things they've ever done, storytelling wise. So they fixed it. And I think Triple H knew from that moment, hey, long-term vision, let's stick to it. And that's what I said earlier. And I keep saying this, I keep reiterating. They are trying to throw people off. And I cannot express this more than ever right now. Ever. With WWE, they have earned my trust to trust the process.
Yes.
And that is a very difficult thing to do watching pro wrestling because Tony Khan initially had my trust in the first few years of AEW and they lost it. And I think for so long, we kind of seen Triple H do some great things, but I'm like, damn, bro, sometimes long-term storytelling could be problematic because you could lose interest. And we were talking about fatigue, but it's like, you just have to ride the ride. You have to go for the ride. It might be a little bit of a longer ride, but you just have to trust the fact that they have a plan in place. And as somebody who talks about news literally every single day, I always say, take things with a grain of salt because at the end of the day, they want what's out there.
Yes.
Right? So we have known that WWE is playing a game against the dirt sheets. They're playing a game against everybody. And now they have created such a compelling TV program where, again, they're not going to give you banger episode after banger episode after banger episode, but everything in every episode will lead to something. We saw it with the tag team division on SmackDown. We're seeing it with the women's division. I mean, literally, hands down, that is what's happening. Even Triple H kind of said it with the Jade Cargill thing. It's like an interesting storyline. You know, how do you do it? Is she going to be back in time? Whatever it may be. And for a minute, it was like, okay, bro, like they just dropped the women's tag titles. Let's get to the point where we find out who actually attacked Jade. And what was cool about Elimination Chamber with the Jade situation was now we found ourselves at a point where it's like, okay, well, is Bianca involved or was it just Naomi?
Right. There's a lot of questions.
Yeah. And then I remember I saw somebody tweet out there like, why is Liv Morgan acting scared? No, Liv Morgan says fuck because she now realized that she got caught not actually being the one to attack Jade, and she thinks Jade's going to come after her, which rightfully so, she should be scared, right? And then it turns out, oh wait, she went after Naomi. That was just very well scripted and very well produced because you got Bianca in the pod, and now it justifies Bianca winning the chamber. So just a very, very, very well thought out thing, and WWE has been very well thought out. Now, Dwayne, and when you say it's anticlimactic, I just want to point out that if there was this notion that John Cena would turn heel for several years, like, oh, it's probably going to happen, like, I would agree with you. But the fact is, it's always been said John Cena's just never turning heel. You can't. PG product, he's the face of the company. You know, WWE, Make-A-Wish, all of these things, don't be a bully, be a star. Like, it was just never even thought of that John Cena would genuinely turn heel. Like, I lived to accept that John Cena would just never turn heel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's why even at Elimination Chamber, I said earlier on the stream, I'm like, bro, there was a thing that clicked in my head that maybe like whoever truly sells their soul will help The Rock take down John Cena and Cody. And I was literally thinking, I'm like, a Claymore or a spear. Like in my head, that's what I was visualizing. And then once John Cena hugged him, WWE panned to The Rock and he did that. And I was like, that's it. John Cena actually, they're fucking doing it. And they did it. So to me, it wasn't anticlimactic, but that's just because I have genuinely believed with all my heart. They just don't have the balls to do it. WWE is between WWE and AEW. AEW will take risk. Sometimes the risk does not require, like it doesn't give them a big reward, but at least they take risk. TNA, same thing. Triple H is known for playing it safe. They didn't do that.
Wait till the chat finds out that I'm turning heel with Cena.
Oh God. Yeah, we'll get to that, right?
I'm going heel too.
Shout out to Dwayne for the super chat. Francis Loop dropping 5. When we see Cena versus Rhodes at WrestleMania, we could get a Hogan versus Rock WrestleMania 18 vibe when Hogan being cheered and The Rock being booed. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, they could flip. They could definitely flip.
I think that's exciting.
I do too. I think that makes for a great, that makes your product great. Now, what I said and how I feel WWE can maneuver away from that potentially happening, because let's be real here. WWE doesn't want that to happen. They don't, because Cody Rhodes is your biggest star now. He is your guy, everything. So how does WWE get away from that potentially happening? Cody doesn't need to walk out there and, oh, I hope, what do you want to talk about? Fuck that. Go out, look for blood.
Yeah.
That's how you get away from that happening. Because now the cuffs have to be taken off. Now Cody is just, I think there was an episode of SmackDown where he pushed Carmelo Hayes. And there was a lot of anger behind what Cody was doing.
Yep.
I think you're going to get that times 10.
Yes.
If you're in my way, get the fuck out.
Yes. 100%.
I'm looking for blood now.
Yeah. We need a more aggressive Cody. Cody needs to start losing his mind a little bit.
Yes. He needs to go crazy over this.
I agree.
Obsessing over it.
Yeah. Shout out to Francis Loop for the super chat. Toledo channel dropping 100 rupees. The only bad thing in Elimination Chamber was the women's tag team match. Lackluster reaction for Trish. Should have gone with any mid-card championship. They needed a filler match.
And something for the crowd to cheer.
Yeah, I mean, personally speaking, it was my least favorite match on the card. I don't think it was that bad, but
the match itself was like actually a pretty good match.
I think for me personally, just watching Elimination Chamber, the thing that really, really, really just, and we haven't even talked about it, and we will talk about it, because I think with my prediction and what your prediction was with Randy returning,
Yeah.
we will talk about this in a second. I feel like both of us are going to be fulfilled with what they just did.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
I think I think I'm going to be very happy after WrestleMania, and I think you will be very happy after WrestleMania. We'll get to that in a second. Shout out to Toledo Channel for the super chat. Phil dropping $9.99. He says, imagine we do get a scenario where we see Cody and Roman team up on night 1 to set up something for night 2. They lose. Roman turns on Cody after and is the one to join Rock and Cena. Cody loses night 2.
It's not a bad take, Phil.
It's like it could be anybody.
Yeah.
And
Easily could.
the only thing I don't know with Roman or where Roman gets inserted is, do we do Seth, Punk, and Roman triple threat at WrestleMania?
Right. Right.
If that's the case,
Because we
then
know
we
we're
don't-
getting Seth and Punk somewhere along the lines.
I mean, if I were them, bro, this is personally speaking, if I were them, I would do Roman and Cody versus Rock and Cena night 1.
I don't hate it.
Seth versus Punk happens on night 1 or night 2.
I don't hate it. But I think overall, they have a really good story going on with all three of those guys between Punk, Roman, and Seth.
What's really cool too is like I really want that Punk and Roman singles feud. But technically both are babyface right now.
Right.
So how do you get there? CM Punk sells his soul, helps John Cena. What if there's more to that handshake between John Cena and CM Punk?
There's always that.
John Cena goes to Punk. I missed you.
Mhm.
CM Punk.
Punk says, I miss you too.
Maybe there's more to that.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
maybe.
right in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
So then maybe that's how we get the singles feud with CM Punk and Roman.
Yep.
So WrestleMania is just CM Punk and Seth. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. But I love the fact that the one thing I love about this, honest to God, I swear, truly, I love the fact that like we could fantasy book all day.
Yeah.
At least there's like a million options they can go with here.
Yeah, like there's nothing that is technically a bad idea.
I don't think I think this is very unpredictable.
I agree.
Except for
Now,
the fact that the corporation stands tall over Cody. I think that's very predictable.
no. I will say though, I think the shittiest part of the night is that we undermined what was a great match. And it's not that we undermined it. It's that we just didn't pay it enough attention because of what took place. But Sammy and Kevin put on their best match that they ever put on.
We will get to that.
Yeah.
Let's get through these super chats and we will get
right.
to Kevin
All
versus Sammy.
All right.
Because yes.
I'm
very true.
hectic to talk about that.
Me too. Shout out to Phil for the super chat. David Primero dropping $4.99. It's so odd that Rhea is the world champion, but the storyline is on her challenger Bianca with Jay Naomi. Maybe a 3-way match with Io at WrestleMania would spice it up. Well, tonight's Raw.
We're
Rhea
gonna find
versus
out a little
Io.
more.
Rhea versus Io. I do think they should have a triple threat match. We kind of talked about this last week.
Yeah. Mhm.
Now we got to see, does Jade screw over Bianca? Who knows? Was Bianca involved? You know, are they going to start teasing a heel turn for Bianca?
Yeah, who knows?
What's her relationship going to be like with Naomi? Who knows? I like the fact that a non-title storyline is now going to be tied to a storyline that involves the title.
Yes.
2 storylines cohesively working for and against each other, which will be really cool.
Yep.
Toledo Channel dropping 40 rupees. He says CM Punk versus John Cena for the WWE title at Money in the Bank 2025. You never know.
No.
You never know.
You never do.
You never know. Who knows? I can't even think of what they're going to do with Money in the Bank at this point. You know, that's what's crazy is that they can have, who knows, a million things. Maybe you give Penta Money in the Bank and he goes after the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know. You know, the WWE Championship. The WWE Championship, in my opinion, is being so well thought out and so carefully crafted long term that Money in the Bank and Royal Rumble and
those
King of the
things
Ring,
just
things like
feel
that,
like it just who knows.
those things naturally feel like they're just going to go to the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Shout out to Toledo Channel. I feel like I've gotten caught up on all the super chats. If you guys have more super chats, more questions, things like that, go ahead and drop them. Billy, we talked about Sammy and Kevin Owens in our prediction. So I just want to
Yes.
recap it for everybody. For the last like month or two, I have specifically predicted that Sami Zayn will turn heel in 2025 after
Yep.
Jey Uso wins the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
There's going to be a jealousy thing.
Yeah.
We did our Elimination Chamber predictions.
Yep.
And I said, I don't think Randy shows up at WrestleMania or at Elimination Chamber. And you were like, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a fucking powerful way to do this.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn basically gets killed.
I mean, both of them pretty much got killed.
Do you remember when I said they should have Sammy miss WrestleMania? They should write him off TV.
It makes sense now.
Could that be what we see here? I don't know. But if Sami Zayn misses WrestleMania and Jey Uso wins at WrestleMania, that now really pushes my prediction forward.
Yeah.
Where Sammy turning heel against Jey, being jealous. That's how you get the World Heavyweight Championship on Sami Zayn at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe he wins Money in the Bank and cashes in on Jey.
Well, that's what I thought. If you have a heel Sami Zayn win the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to go about that.
Yeah.
Very clearly, Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens is probably penciled in for WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a massive singles match for both guys.
Yep. It's a match that we all want to see.
They tease the punt.
Man, oh my fucking God.
Randy beats Kevin Owens at WrestleMania with the punt.
Man, can we just talk about that for a second? Because
Good
I mean,
storytelling.
you're just playing into nostalgia all night long.
Yeah.
Just dude, that punt, I was like, no way he does it. I mean, it felt normal. Wrestling felt normal there for a moment. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. But yeah, no, I just think that WWE is giving us a lot of treats. And the appreciation needs to be there. Because I think I seen somebody say it in the chat, but we undermined another Randy return.
Yeah.
I would agree in some sense. I don't think it's like a full-on undermine because we knew it happened and we knew it was a big deal. But I think kind of it was the same as Survivor Series. You know, with Punk coming out. Which ultimately leads to a good reason why Randy would turn heel and why my WrestleMania prediction would make a lot of sense. You don't say.
There's just a lot.
There's a lot.
And I don't think there's a wrong answer.
No, there's not.
I think what this guarantees, though, we're going to get shock factor at WrestleMania. I think that's a guarantee. I think this summer of WWE 2025 is going to be so massive because the way they end WrestleMania this year.
Yes.
This will be, which by the way, I said this in my video, WWE shocks the world.
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber from top to bottom was probably Triple H's best PLE since being on the main roster. That's not
1000%, hands down.
And my only concern during the prediction show was like, oh, I don't know. It just feels kind of like filler. So they've managed to make Elimination Chamber feel very, very important this year. We know that WWE is going to have a PLE in Australia. We know they're going to do some more international stuff. We know that in 2026, they will have 3 PLEs in Saudi Arabia. Yep. So we know that they're doing the international stadium shows. My point that I'm making is WWE is closing these big deals to be everywhere. I think WrestleMania is going to set that all up. And so what's really cool about that is I think whether it's Randy beating Owens, right? Like Justin dropped a super chat and he says Randy Orton hits the punt kick on Kevin at Mania. They don't show Randy doing the punt. They've banned that.
Right.
Kevin Owens does the package pile driver. That's been banned.
Right.
WWE has made these moves feel special. And, you know, we've done a really good job of going over an hour and not talking about AEW. But I think this is where I have to bring up AEW. If all of these moves are just being done consistently, they don't feel special.
Yeah.
When you have Randy Orton teasing a punt at Elimination Chamber and the agents and producers are coming out in the refs and they're trying to stop him.
Yeah.
Right? They stop him very quickly.
They're stopping his legs.
Like, bro, they're basically telling you this move is devastated. There's a reason he's not allowed to do it. There's a reason why it's banned.
It's important.
Holy shit, when he fucking does it
The
to Kevin
package
Owens,
pile
the
driver,
reaction.
everybody's holding their neck.
Yes.
Even Randy was still selling the neck when he walked out.
And just because of a couple moves being banned, we now have a singles match at WrestleMania that is going to deliver. And when Kevin does get punted, holy shit.
And that's gonna now. Do you think that they write Kevin off TV for a while?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
just slightly, not too long.
Right. But
For sure.
couple months.
Not even a couple months, maybe like a month or two.
Yeah.
Give him a little bit of a break. This guy's been holding it down for the past year.
Man,
He just
man,
re-signed
big
with the
time.
company.
Right.
I'm cool with
Go
that.
take some time off.
I just think that's a very unique possibility that like I said, your prediction was, hey, we get Randy and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania.
Yes.
And my thing is like, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's going to be Sammy and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. And but then it's like, okay, well, if you want my Sami Zayn World Heavyweight Championship prediction to come true, if people think that prediction is good, then I think it's very clear Sami Zayn does absolutely need to.
Sammy can even win the Money in the Bank as a babyface.
And then turn heel on Jey Uso.
Right. And that'd be the hell of a way to do it.
Yeah.
You want to create another moment? There you go.
It was just so good, man.
Yeah.
It was so good. Shout out to Justin for the super chat. Dude, it's we're in for a treat, bro. I genuinely believe we're in for a treat. And I think what really makes me excited is the fact that we are watching WWE literally get to the point where unpredictability is happening.
It's happening in front of our eyes. So many things are taking place. I think the most exciting thing is we get to go live again tomorrow. We get to talk about what's about to take place tonight.
Yes.
And
that's the perfect way to end our show.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow we should have a very big episode.
Yeah.
So I would encourage you guys to come through and check it out.
Yeah.
Because tonight's Raw is definitely going to be must watch.
It
Dwayne
is.
Jackson dropping a super chat for 10. He says Sammy versus Owens match was the best match they had since Gargano and Tommaso at TakeOver when they had their street fight.
I said that.
Yeah.
I texted you that, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it was a banger. Banger. Great commentary. Ref not wearing a ref shirt.
Yep. They just
lights dimmed.
Things.
Very, very well done.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dwayne, thank you for your super chat. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you, everybody. A very, 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 very great live stream. Super excited. Tomorrow, it will even be bigger and better because Raw is tonight. A lot of big things going down. Shout out to everybody who pulled up. Shout out to everybody supporting. Make sure you guys subscribe to Billy at Billy TKO. My name is Zango, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.